Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel Ray here, and today I have pre-recorded a random questions tag with my husband. I know some of you wanted to hear from him again and listen to his beautiful voice. Now, we were shucking peas at the time that we recorded this video, so there's a bit of a squeak going on. We're also outside, and so the audio might be a little bit lower than normal. So please get some headphones, get your whip, and let's do this together. If you're interested about the details of what I'm using and the pens that I'm using, the diamond painting or anything like that, I've got it all linked in the description down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye! What is something you've never done but would like to try?
I don't know. What about you?
If I wasn't such a chicken, I'd do bungee jumping or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's just... Did I tell you the story? I went on a hike with Warren and the gang once, and we hiked a mountain all day, and then at the end of it there was a bungee jump platform thing.
Yeah.
And I was actually booked to go. This was going to be my first time.
Yeah.
But then I got there, and there was solid concrete right under the pad, like.
Oh yeah.
And I freaked. So I canceled, and then, like, I just couldn't. I was like, no. What if I fall in the water or on the concrete? At least if there's water, I'd be like, yeah, that's all right.
Like you'd go into 2 feet of water and you'd be grand.
No, like a lake or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, if I wasn't so chicken, I'd do bungee jumping.
Yeah.
Something you've never done but like to try?
I don't know, to be honest.
Okay, well, we could come back to that, I guess.
Maybe so.
If you could choose 3 famous people or characters to be friends with, who would you choose and why?
Oh god, I don't know.
You're being shy now.
I don't know, it's just... It's hard to show. Three famous people, is
You
it?
can't shuck peas and answer questions. 3 famous people or characters to be friends with.
3 famous people or characters.
Nick Cave.
No, Jesus, that'd be terrible. He's a great musician, but I'd say he's zero crack though.
Probably wearing, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, the poor guy, like, he's got enough troubles about being friends with me. I don't know, I feel like there's someone in history I'd definitely be interested in, but I can't tell when now.
But to be famous, like, to be friends with, not to, like, go to dinner with or something like that.
Yeah, oh, totally, like, it's not... I don't know, it'd be interesting to be, like, friends with Lucy, you know? Like the earliest human hominid, like, wouldn't it? Just to see what went on down the Rift Valley 60 million years ago. You know?
And also...
Or was it 2 million years ago, sorry.
If you could also communicate, that would be
well,
good.
you'd have to work it out, wouldn't you?
I suppose it wouldn't be too hard.
So, yeah. Be very unusual grammar.
Yeah.
A lot of gesticulating.
But that's just one person. Okay, I'm gonna try to think of one person.
Or maybe, and you know what? Do you know who else would be interesting to know? Is someone like Joan of Arc, or
Oh yeah.
do you know what I mean? Or one of those witches that got burnt. You know, just like just to see what's going on here, like, you know.
Like a real story, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I think that's mold. Should I just throw that away, or?
It'll be fine. Like, we're gonna blanch them anyway.
Okay.
In a minute.
Are we?
Yeah, I read somewhere that it's It's good to get some water boiling
That does
and
not look good.
blanch them for a minute, like, and then freeze them.
Okay. I don't know. Someone famous from history or characters to be friends with. You know what would be cool to be friends with? Is, Pocahontas.
The fictional character?
No,
or
the real one. 'Cause, like, I feel like she and I are, like, the same person. I'm joking. You know, swept away to a new country. Having to learn the customs and dying of influenza or something.
What was her story? She was involved in. She was allegedly the daughter of one of the.
The chieftain.
The
Like.
chieftains.
Yeah. And then.
But during the Thanksgiving
Era.
But she's literally in the story, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, she's real. But she didn't marry John Smith. She married, what's his face? Ralph or something? I don't remember.
In the cartoon, is it?
No, like in the cartoon it was John Smith. And then they made a part 2, and they had to fix the mistake. Because kids were, like, remembering it wrong or something in their history tests. Because of Disney.
Yeah.
Womp womp. I don't know. I think it would be kind of interesting because, yeah. Like, what did happen? Was she abducted? Or did she go of her own free will?
Or kidnapped and held as hostage would be more likely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or I mean, the actual narrative is that he impressed the chieftain so much that the daughter married him or something, isn't it? Is that
I don't know. See, it's really fuzzy. Like, I mean, white people write history, so, like,
yeah.
which is, in this case, I just don't trust it. I'd love to know what really happened. Who else?
Or, you know, another character as well would be like that guy. Is it the old Romanian knight that they based Dracula on? Like, hang around with him for a while. Find out he's
Vlad
not that.
the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler, yeah, he's not that bad. Like, Vlad's all right.
How do you go that far?
Do you know a lot of that impaling stuff is just because he's insecure and he just, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Vlad got a bad rap, like, poor guy.
I thought you were about to make a pun. Piercing personality. What about like, I don't know, Mary Queen of Scots or something.
I don't know much about her.
She was married to a Frenchman.
She was
to broker peace for.
She's the Catholic Queen of England or something like that.
Yeah, she was like a lady in waiting or something for a while, and then the Scots did their thing. I don't know that much about it, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know much about that either, to be honest.
Is that all the P's on this one? It is. Okay, good. Sippy, sippy.
Have we done 3? Do we need to do another?
Let's move on. Unless you have another one.
No. There'd be a lot of people it'd be interesting to hang around with in history, wouldn't there? I mean,
yeah, I think if I had more time to think about it, I'd have more suggestions, I guess.
yeah.
Or ideas. Alright. Do you smile at strangers when you pass them on the street?
Not really. It's a bit weird, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, if somebody smiles at me, I'll be like, hey.
yeah, I mean, I do that sometimes. If you catch someone's eye, you're like,
Awkwardly be like,
oh yeah. Do you know?
How's things?
You make the sound
Lovely
that sounds.
day.
You make the sound that sounds like what you have to say. Oh yeah. Do you know what I mean? Or, oh god.
like you slightly don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite TV commercial?
No.
Go on.
I don't really, do
I
I?
want to hear your rant.
About TV commercials?
Yeah.
I mean, that's old school, man. Who's watching TV now? You know what I mean?
True.
Do I have a favorite pop-up ad on the internet? No, I don't. I am surprised at the amount of people in my locality that are making thousands of dollars from simple internet tricks, though.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised that they're getting paid dollars here, but you know. I genuinely love all those ads, like.
Find sexy Asian singles in your area.
Yeah.
What?
The amount of Russian women that want to date me and that are from this town is incredible.
I don't think there are any Russians here,
No, but like.
but that's the point. Okay. Do you like your handwriting?
Yeah, I guess I'm alright with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with mine too.
I mean, it used to be shocking, like, but I mean,
Used to be.
it used to be, yeah, but it's much more legible now.
Think?
Do you not think it's legible?
Not really.
But it's much more legible. Like, I couldn't even read it before.
Oh Jesus! How does that even happen? Like, how do you not recognize? Like, did you actively change your handwriting so that you could read it?
I guess I did.
You're talking about like high school age or something.
Younger, yeah, younger than that maybe, yeah. And then like it's just, and then you know when you become a teacher, like I've got board handwriting as well, which is perfectly legible. But I think that everybody does, you know, that works with whiteboards.
Yes.
Where's the end of this?
Right. Do you want to answer this on the count of 3?
Yeah, whatever.
Because I think we'll have the same answer. So, cable TV or Netflix? 3, 2, 1. Netflix.
Netflix, like, what's...
When's the last time we've never had cable? Have you ever had cable? Because I've never.
No, I've never had cable. No.
I've never paid for cable in my life.
I remember being a kid, like over here, cable would be stuff like Sky and stuff. But it's always a bit of a rip-off, I think. You know.
Yeah.
Like it's total.
You're paying for TV you don't watch.
You're paying for loads of stuff you don't watch, like, and
even with DVR, like DVR is a pain. So.
What's DDR?
DVR.
DVR.
Digital video recording.
Oh yeah.
So you can watch shows back later on in the day.
Yeah.
Which is.
Yeah.
It's silly. It's like DVR the entire box set of what you want to watch. It's like, nah, just go on the internet.
I always remember, like, back, and it was, I don't even remember what sitcom it was in, but I think it was probably the early noughties, and
2000s.
yeah, and someone said something like, "Oh my God, you know, there's some show on, I want to watch, but I'm gonna be home an hour late, so blah blah, so I won't be able to watch it." Like, and he goes, "Goddamn programming," and your man goes, "Yeah, programming. That's why you watch what they tell you to watch when they tell you to watch it." Or, do you know what I mean? It always stuck in my mind. Like, it was before all like internet video on demand and stuff like that. But I think it still stands.
Even when there was like video on demand, I think I just didn't. Like, I just watched box sets of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But I was a weirdo and I spent all my money on box sets. I don't think it's that weird in the States, though. Or it wasn't. It is now. But it wasn't in the noughties, like.
Yeah. Yes, you guys have a lot of merchandise, alright? Like, a lot of people are like...
Obsessed with collector's items?
Yeah, they've got collector's items and all this kind of thing, which...
Yeah.
To me, it just seems like a waste of money. But I guess it's your
Things
money.
that collect dust.
Yeah.
Like books.
Yeah, that's the other thing, isn't it?
We should really get back into reading. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, what are your favorite smells?
Oh my God, this is exactly why I didn't want to... I don't feel like I can make decisions today. Like,
I'll go first.
Yeah. Favorite smells, like.
Yeah. So, well, maybe you're not a smelly person. You aren't a smelly person, darling.
Thanks.
Like cinnamon and nutmeg, and like your aftershave, stuff like that.
Oh, Jesus.
Cloves, a lot of spices.
Yeah, I mean,
Bergamot.
they're all nice smells, like.
What's that one?
But I don't know if I could name one of them my favorite.
What's that one that everybody thinks is like hippies?
Patchouli.
Patchouli, yeah. Love it. And pepper. So nice.
I don't like.
Or would you be like a fruity person
I
or
don't-
a smoky person?
I don't know why patchouli is such a big deal, like, because for me, like, patchouli is like a poor man's lavender.
It is, though.
Do you know what I mean? It's like.
But you know the history behind patchouli.
No.
I read somewhere that, no, I don't know if this is true or not, but I read somewhere that it's actually to cover up the smell of dead bodies.
But they say that about a lot of stuff, don't they? Like with the ring of rosy and all that. Pockets full of posies. It's supposed to be about the Black Death. And
Well, yeah, but like, it has nothing to do with patchouli.
yeah. So are you saying all the hippies are undead?
Maybe. Or they're reborn, but their body isn't. I don't know. Would you prefer like a fruity smell? Like if I were to buy a perfume or something, do you care?
I don't mind, like.
Actually destroying my nails.
Shucking peas, really.
Look at my thumbs. They'll be green for days.
I'm not even using my nails.
You don't have nails.
I don't. But
That's a different one. Okay. Do you consider yourself physically strong? No.
Medium, I suppose.
You're stronger than me. I'm strong at heart. Rawr.
Yeah.
Are these ones okay?
Yeah.
The next one says, describe a time where you said something really rude or mean, whether intentional or not.
Oh, I asked someone in a bar that I hadn't seen in ages if she was pregnant. She just put on a load of weight.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, I actually did that.
Oh my god, you did the cardinal no-no.
I did, like, yeah.
Oh man. Suppose you never did that again.
No, I was never stupid enough to do that again. But, like...
What did she say? Did she give you a look, or did she spit you out, or?
She didn't. She just said no, and it got really awkward, and I just fucked off really quick because I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get killed. But we'd been chatting for about 45 minutes, like, and because I hadn't seen her in ages. And then that was it. But she put on quite a bit of weight, like, but that doesn't excuse it either. Like, so. But I learned that lesson. I learned that lesson.
Sure you did. There have been a lot of times where I've been unintentionally rude, but I think it comes down to not being Irish.
Oh yeah, why is that?
I think that Americans are more blunt. Like, Irish people seem to want to like dance around the topic without actually saying what it is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And talk about
sure.
it in context, and I just don't have time for that. So, like, I'll just say it, and people are like, I don't know if that's being rude or if that's just me. I don't know.
No, I know.
Insensitive. I don't know how to be any other way. It's really
No, I know what you mean. Like,
yeah. Okay.
like the Irish for absolutely not. You should leave now is I suppose.
Exactly. Just like say what you mean. Do you ask strangers to pet their dogs?
God no.
You don't. I do.
Do you really?
Well, I don't always ask.
You just go and pet the dog.
Usually I'm just like, ah, Bobby! And then they let me. 'Cause, you know. So, yes and no. Maybe. I don't remember asking them if I do. Speaking of puppies. Hey, baby. Good girl. You want to pee? There you go. Uncooked peas for you. I don't know if I want to do this one, so I'm going to skip it. Describe your plan of action if you're home alone and you heard someone break into your house. I've actually thought about this.
Well, first of all, I'd curse my government for not allowing us to have AR-15s. So, I guess I'd grab my trusty 12-gauge pump action with the tactical flashlight. And you'd want to see me as well.
The solar powered one.
Yeah, and you laugh at me for wearing my tactical overalls in bed, like, but this is when it really pays off.
The Canadian ones.
This is when it really pays off. Because I'm down that hallway and I'm ready to confront this intruder. How dare they?
I'd say they take one look at you and run.
Yeah.
Which is the point, I suppose.
Oh, definitely. A fearsome visage coming down the hall.
Just the idea of you wearing those bare flap bottom
Flap open for for I suppose psychological effect.
yeah, obviously. Well, I have thought about this a lot, like when you're not home. I think that's paranoia, but hey. I wonder if we need a baseball bat. Like, should we get a baseball bat?
If you want to, yeah. Would you actually hit someone with a baseball bat?
Yeah. Well, if I had a gun, I'd use it, but, you know.
Yeah, alright.
It's Ireland, so...
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, can we get like a... I'm sure we have something in the house that... I'm sure I'd just grab something. I'd grab something and I would beat the living bejesus out of somebody. And scream the head off, obviously.
Traditionally in Ireland it would be a Hurley, like, but you definitely...
Hurley's in South Kerry.
Yeah, but that's the thing, we don't have them down here, but baseball bats are handier, isn't it, for...
Yeah, I think the aluminum ones are really...
But it's very hard to drive nails through the top of those then, isn't it? And I think
Yeah.
I suppose we'll just wrap it with some barbed wire and
we could put them. We could secure them with resin.
Yeah, resin and a couple of diamantes on there. Look lovely.
Diamond painting pens.
Yeah.
Diamond painting pens.
Some of those.
I have lots of them.
Multifaceted rhinestones then to jazz it up in the front.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll have to be blinged. Like.
That would be lovely.
Oh god. I would hope that Luna would get in on that as well. But I
thought we could make her a battle dog outfit.
that would be so cute.
That would be class.
Oh Jesus.
First of all, we got to get her one of those like Madonna microphones with a speaker on the back, and it's just so it amplifies her already shrill bark.
Yes. Surprised she hasn't barked.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, I don't know, will we go with machine guns or grenade launchers? I feel like machine guns would be handier. Do you know?
Yeah. I mean...
For home protection.
Home protection.
For home protection, yeah.
For land protection, though.
Grenade launchers for land protection, yeah.
When we move someday.
Mm.
Can you imagine? Or Luna driving a tank. Oh my god. So cute. Okay, stop. If you were to be born again, would you want to be born male or female?
I presume you don't mean like find Christ or whatever.
No. I was going to make that joke, but no.
I don't know. I suppose on balance, if I'm male this time round, I suppose next time round I may as well be female and see what's up with that. Like, isn't it? Wouldn't that be?
What's your answer?
Does that make sense?
So you can have boobs.
Yeah.
You're going to say that's not the point. Well,
No, that's no, that's not the point. Like, Jesus.
you seem very distracted.
No, it's a hard thing to think about, isn't it?
No. I would 100% be born a man.
Really, yeah.
In this world?
Because it's a man's world.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so true. To be honest.
What shampoo do you use?
Whatever's in
Whatever's
the
there.
shower, yeah.
Yeah, whatever's cheap, I guess.
I think at the moment I'm using this Lacura blueberry shampoo, but just because I picked it up for like 89 cent in Aldi and I'm just trying to use it up.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Washes my hair.
Yep. I'm using a combination of things. I use 2 shampoos. One to cleanse, one to volumize, and then a conditioner. But like I only do it because I only use the volumizing one on its own, and after like a week and a half, it felt like my hair was full of chalk.
Too much volume.
Yeah, it's like a clay shampoo. So
I guess that's what it does. It
you
just
have to clarify or cleanse or whatever.
wow. So it's a shampoo that requires a second shampoo to shampoo that shampoo out.
It's actually well, that's the thing about marketing, right? So like it's this okay, so if anybody's actually listening, I don't know. L'Oreal Revive Clay something extraordinaire. I don't know what it's called. But you're supposed to pre-wash. Something exists called pre-wash. But anyway, you're supposed to buy this
incredibly expensive.
This other shampoo, basically. You're supposed to use the other shampoo first, and then the shampoo you actually bought. So they want you to go back to the store and buy another shampoo. I think you just need a clarification shampoo. A clarifying shampoo will get rid of all the oil, and then use theirs. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah.
But usually it's just whatever I have left over or whatever tickles my fancy.
Yeah, and once you finish shampooing, it's just a simple 6-step conditioner routine.
No, I rarely ever condition anyway. Ooh, guess the meaning of this word.
Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher it now. Eulotrichus.
Eulotrichus, like eulogy.
U-L-O.
Yeah.
Eulo. Tri, T-R-I.
Yeah.
Cus, C-H-O-U-S. Eulotrichus.
You can see the answer, of course, in it.
No,
Really?
I can't.
Do
No,
we have
they
to-
didn't give it to me. No.
Do we have to Google it?
Well, we have to guess it first.
Okay, eulotrichus. Would it be something like eulogy? Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of other words with the same that might have the same root.
Trike
Yeah.
is like,
Tree anyway, isn't it?
yeah, like a
Troika or
throat or a trunk of something, like a
like trachea.
yeah.
Alright. And is it spelled like that? Can I see it?
It's 105.
105. Oh, it's not at all like what I thought. Yeah. Yeah.
Like eulo. I don't know any Latin words with eulo. You would be good at this one.
I don't know. I thought it had the, but it's spelled differently. Yeah. That CH has me confused.
I wonder if it'll stop the recording. Okay, guys. Okay, Google. Nope, it won't let me do it. Do you want to look it up on your phone?
Sure.
Sorry if I just set off your phones. Eulo. Like, I feel like it means, like, it's like really close to uni or something, so maybe one. Or water or something. Elotrichus. Water? No. Liquid? I'm not good at this. I didn't do Latin in school. Come on, talk to us.
Still erase it.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, Eulotrichus. Belonging to a group of people having woolly or crisply curly hair.
Rory.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Very far off.
Eulotrichus. You're pronouncing it correct as well. Yeah, well.
Weird. Okay. Wow, look at how many peas I have. Okay. Do you let messages like phone, email, text, social media, etc., do you let them build up? Or do you have to look at them right away?
No, I let them build up. I don't know.
For the most part, I do too. I just don't have time. But like, if I'm looking at my phone and I get a notification, I'll look at it. I think you're the same as well.
Yeah.
Like if you get a WhatsApp message, you would be like, oh.
I'm quite resentful of the fact that people can contact you all the time, anytime, whenever they want, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I'm not. I just feel like it's kind of unrealistic to expect people to answer you back immediately.
like the torture of work WhatsApps.
Yeah.
It's like, contact me when I'm in work.
Oh, I left that group today, by the way. Because they started, like, messaging each other like mad. And I was like, I'm out. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need a break?
No, I just need a sweater.
Sweater time. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I'm having a great time. We're outside shucking peas. I'm sure I put a disclaimer or like a forward on this before, but it's so nice. The sun is setting. Luna's out here with us. Good girl. I think I've got a good pound or 2 pounds of peas in my lap. Welcome back. This is easy. Where's the nearest McDonald's to your house?
Canary probably, I suppose.
Like an hour. Oh, I missed one. Did I? Yeah, I missed one. If you had €1 billion, I guess, $1 billion,
Yeah.
and you had to spend it in exactly 1 week, what would you spend it on?
Yeah. That's a good... I mean, there's lots of answers to that, isn't there? But, like, what could you spend it on where it would be spent
In a week?
within a week, like?
I mean, I would, like, take care of my family, and I would probably, like, pay off debts and that kind of thing, and maybe... I guess you can't save it, can
Yeah,
you?
but I mean, like, you're going to probably have a bit of change left out of $1 billion.
Yeah, but like
there,
the
I'd
only
say.
other thing that I could think of is giving it to charity.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing left. You know, where it'll actually make a difference.
Yeah, for $1 billion, definitely, like.
Because like after a few million, you'd be like kind of bored of it.
I could build most of a children's hospital in Ireland for that now. Or get broadband out there to the people.
We're not bringing politics into this.
You'd have to, with $1 billion as well, you'd have to like squander a bit of it as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you know?
I'd probably, to be honest with you, I'd probably get plastic surgery.
Are you serious?
Well, I mean like not like augmentation to the face or something. But I'd probably get liposuction.
Yeah.
I have a lot of cellulite, okay?
Yeah.
Or like, if genetic engineering is actually a thing, they just don't tell us about it because they don't want us to freak out about it.
But it is like it's a
Yeah.
real serious and easily doable thing now.
Yeah. Did you see the sheep thing?
No, what's the sheep thing?
Oh no, not the sheep thing. The sheep thing already happened. So like that sheep have been cloned perfectly for several of their generations,
Yeah,
like 10 or 12 years or something,
yeah,
and with no ill-adverse effects.
yeah.
So now there's a research center in, I want to say, the Middle East
Yeah.
or Asia,
Yeah, Asia's doing a lot of, like
Is it
China is doing
Asia?
a lot of stuff.
where they're doing chimeras.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What are they mixing like?
Human and something, I think.
Really?
As far as I know, unless it's a joke, I don't know.
Because
Would it be
I
a
know,
joke?
there's been some weird things like a Chinese doctor created an embryo that had a gene that gives you immunity to HIV, and that was about maybe a year and a half ago. And now I think there's a team from, it's where they're from, like New Zealand, but they're doing it in China because it's much easier to, it's not as regulated, you know.
Yeah.
But they're trying to create. I don't remember the specifics of it, but they're also making human embryos with specific genetic traits in them now. Because like.
Yeah, but that's the point, isn't it? Like to get rid of the diseases, to make them the best that they possibly can be.
Yeah, but like, there's no sci-fi book that I've read that starts this way and ends well. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it's true. Ugh.
And like what I mean, like the way this goes as well is that like the rich get taller and stronger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Of
you're
course, yeah.
exacerbating like class divides and stuff.
Yeah. Gosh, that's a good question. What is the best thing you've ever eaten?
What's the best thing I've ever eaten? I've eaten a lot of stuff. Like I try to do it once a day anyway. So that's a lot of stuff.
The best thing that you've ever eaten?
I don't know. I suppose. What's the best thing you've ever eaten?
I'm trying to think. Because there are a few standout meals in my 32 years.
Few standout meals. Let me just get my meal diary.
So some of the things that really, really stand out would be, okay, in the U.S., that place that I took you to, the sushi restaurant in Ashland.
Yeah.
They're called, I think they're called Yokohama Sushi. The owner is Japanese, but he studied in Korean.
You're so trying to get some free sushi.
He studied in Korea. I wish, God. Yes, if I can do that.
Shout out to Yokohama
Hey.
Sushi.
Yokohama Sushi in Ashland, Virginia. I love you.
I also love you. I don't think that my jokey tone means I don't like your food. I do.
The volcano roll.
The volcano roll. Did we
So
have that
you
the
think
last
it's sickening. The one that was on fire.
time? Oh yeah.
It's eel. No, wait. Did it have eel? It has crab. Real crab.
American sushi is so crazy. Like
I can't even remember all that it has. It's insanely good and it's not sushi at all,
no, not at all.
but it's delicious. Whose
It's
dog
like-
is that?
It's like gimbap or something like that, isn't it?
Kimbap is awful. Sorry, Koreans.
But that's what American sushi is a bit like that.
Well, it's shaped like that, but it's tastier. Kimbap is like it's like the ham and cheese sandwich of Ireland. And that yellow pickle. Ugh. Anyway. That's probably one of the best things. But then there are other things like when we went to that really nice restaurant in Spain. Where were we? We were in Malaga. and we did that
Oh wow, that was.
4-course meal.
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was really good. That kind of like confit cod or something.
Yeah.
I've literally never seen it anywhere else. It was so nice.
Yeah. Incredible food.
Yeah, it was really good.
I don't even remember what it was called.
I don't know.
I did write about it in my little travel journal thing that I
if
only
we-
wrote
if
for 2 days.
we ever go back to Malaga, we should definitely try and check that place out again.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fucking lovely.
Trying to think of like the best food from different places we've been. Like in Morocco, what would you say was the best food, dinner or whatever that we had?
Jeez, I'm trying to remember specific dinners in Morocco now.
Because like my birthday dinner wasn't so bad,
Oh, when we went.
but it wasn't
it wasn't
to write
amazing.
home
Yeah,
about.
it wasn't amazing. I like the one in that riad in Tamarat that we.
The first night?
Yeah, that-
Yeah.
But no, but the one that was
Oh,
the
no.
chicken one, the lamb one when we went to Tamarat. Is that the name of the place?
Oh.
Do you remember it was that really swish place, but they just
Yeah.
opened and no one was staying. It was just us.
It was just us. I even
For the
broke
first
my
day or two.
ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good stuff all around the world. Ooh, there was this, I'm getting hungry now, so I'll keep talking about food.
I think it looks like we might get 4 or 5 kilos of.
Yeah, there's an insane amount of peas still to go. The,
Yeah, that's less than half of what's there.
you have more over there? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, there's another
We'll be here for a while, so
three rolls of them. We might leave them till tomorrow or something.
they'll get eaten.
Oh, lads.
Ah, lads.
These 4 boys inside here.
Yeah, there was a place in Kyoto that was amazing as well. Any ramen in Japan is amazing anyway. Okay. If you could go on a trip around the world with up to 3 people, who would you bring? We're like staring at each other. I'd bring you. I like traveling with you.
I guess I'd bring you two.
Aw, thanks. Traveling the world with 3 people. It says it can be people that you know personally or people who are famous or something. I think I'd take Stephanie Sam. She always knows where the best places to eat are. She's like a food blogger on Instagram. With her map of places to go. Because I'm not much for celebrities, so I have no freaking clue. Whoa! Oh god. Whew. Almost knocked that over.
I don't know what to answer that question.
Okay, we'll skip it so. What expletive or explicit phrase do you say most often?
I don't know. Traditions, I think it's like self-facing.
Yeah, same. I don't think that's really important. What? Oh, Jesus. Here we go. What is your personal definition of success?
I don't know, not dying, I suppose it is.
Not getting food poisoning. Surviving a hangover.
Any dinner you can walk away from, that's it.
There's an aphid in here. No. Get out.
I just opened up one of them and there was a load of earwigs in it.
Ew.
I
Gross.
feel sure if you'd have done that.
Oh, I would have died. But I'm not opening ones that are brown, so.
Do you know that end table that fell apart there?
Yeah.
It fell apart when I hit it with the lawnmower, and when I did,
That's what happened.
I am not joking. It just literally crumbled. Like,
Yeah.
about 40 earwigs just came streaming out of various crevices in it.
Why are you telling me this?
I'm not even joking. Like 40 of them, and they were just like, a scarper.
Ah! That's gross.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's like a proper.
Which way does this go? Oh, this way. That is really gross. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. The worst thing is now that they've lost their homes and everything, they have no reason to respect us. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, they could be organising right now.
They're probably living in the table.
They're probably living under the table, plotting.
I'm 100% sure they're under the table.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't want to think about creepy crawlies anymore. Thank you.
Okay.
What is your personal definition of success?
No creepy crawlies.
Yeah. Well, I would say something corny like happiness, but happiness is not a measure of success.
Isn't it?
You can't always be happy.
Well,
It's unrealistic.
I guess you're right too.
But, like, it is nice to be happy. I think, to be honest, my personal definition... No, wait. What is it? Personal definition of success is being fed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think as long as I'm fed...
That's actually would be a pretty good one. I feel like a lot of people would be.
I think people take that for granted.
Yeah.
And I know money buys you food, but, like, look at us right now.
Oh, shucks. Thanks. It didn't deserve.
I'll be here all day.
It didn't deserve that, but thank you.
Oh man. Okay. Right. We'll do a few more and then we'll stop. We're almost at the end of the.
Yep.
Of the
I
paper.
have just. Hang on.
Huh?
I have shucked my last pod.
There's a load of pods over here, honey. Here.
Throw me over a few of them there.
Have a nice big one.
Thank you.
How was your day today?
It was alright. Like yeah.
My day was pretty good.
Is that the question on the thing?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah, it was pretty good. Like you know.
Yeah, I slept in. I had 2 cups of hot coffee.
Mm.
I could have gone for more.
Yeah.
I got to stay in the house all day.
Mm. Oh, and I got to stay out all day, which was lovely.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
It was
a nice day.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff done around here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, good day.
What is the closest big city you live near?
Cork.
What's the nearest city? The nearest city is Cork.
Is
it?
Tralee or Killarney a city? Not really. About 20 or
They're
30.
towns, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like 20 or 30,000 people, I guess. Probably Cork, I guess.
Cork, I guess, yeah.
But that's definitely not a big city, though.
But it's the bigger one. I mean, then
It's-
there's Limerick,
Which is smaller again, yeah.
Cork. Okay.
Yeah,
Cork.
but I mean, like, in Dublin City, like, a third of the population live, you know, like...
Outside of Dublin. What?
A third of the population live just in County Dublin, like.
Yeah.
So...
Have you ever been in a car accident?
I have, yeah. Not a serious one, like. I caused it. I was totally in the wrong, like. It was an accident at parking speed.
Aww.
Yeah, I was going to this gig and I couldn't find parking, and I was getting pretty desperate because it was going to start shortly. And then I saw this parking space and I started to go into it. And then I noticed that it was a disabled access space. So I started to pull out and I was looking at it in an angry, like, damn you parking space, damn you! And I didn't notice that there was a brand new Renault beside me. And I went into I went into the bumper, but I pulled the bumper off the car, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I went into the bumper and then I went, oh shit. And I reversed back and pulled the bumper off, like. And then I completely banjaxed the front of my car, like my car was a banger, like it was. So then I got out and there was this quite irate guy getting out of his car. And I said, I'm so sorry, it was totally my fault. And he said, quite right. No, yeah, that's exactly what he said. So we're like, no shit. And I went, yeah. And he said, grand. So we started swapping insurance details. And then this cop came along. And he just got out and he was like, what's going on here? And we said there was an accident.
No shit.
Yeah, and that was it. Then he took some details from us, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, you swapped insurance anyway. Do you want to press charges to your man?" And your man said, "No, I'm happy to go through the insurance." And I said, "I'm happy to go through the insurance." And
I
he
want to
said,
press charges.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure what he was talking about. Like, do you know, he was just like going, "What, hi, what's up here?" kind of thing, you know. So that's it anyway. And then he made a note of it and the time and stuff like that. And if the insurance guys wanted to know about it, get onto him, you know, blah 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 and all this. Yeah. So that was the story. I took his name and all that. And then and this always stuck in my mind. The cop goes, "Is that one of those new Renault? Insert the name of the car here." And your man went, "Yeah, it's the new model." And then he goes, "Oh, have you had it long?" "Only a couple of weeks." And then and then the guard goes, looks at me and goes, "You won't get spurious parts for that." And then the guy goes, "No, definitely no spurious parts for that. 1,200 to replace the bumper. The bumper had sensors in it."
Jesus.
The bumper on this dude's car was worth 2 of my cars. My whole car. Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when you don't know how to parallel park, I suppose.
It was that this. Oh, you mean? No, I'll tell you what though. I learned to not get angry at parking spaces and look where the car is pointed. I definitely learned that lesson.
I was in 2 major car accidents. Well, I say major. The first one was pretty minor. And they were both from the same dude. So I was dating this guy back in high school, right? And he had just started uni and he had his own car. And it was him and his friends and me in the back seat. And he went through a stop sign at like 35 miles an hour.
Wow.
In a college town. In Ashland. And there was a person that was coming this way and slammed right into me in the back seat. That was fun. Because his music was so loud and he wasn't paying attention to where he was going.
It's true what they say about those kids.
It is true. We were listening to techno. I couldn't listen to that CD after that. And then, same dude was visiting friends in Baltimore or something, somewhere up there anyway, and we're coming back to our place. Jesus, Victor. Quiet. Hey. He's not even carrying anything. Sounds like he's running out of petrol or something. Anyway, driving home at like 4 a.m, and yeah, he swiped the back bumper of a white van, like a plumber's van.
A work van, yeah.
Work van, and sent us into a tailspin into the ditch of the highway, going like 70 miles an hour.
Was this the thing he did? He just got into traffic.
He wasn't exactly the most observant person I ever dated.
Oh, you definitely... Too bad he didn't have a bumper incident like I had.
Maybe it could have changed him.
Jesus, how many more accidents has he actually been in? Yeah,
he's probably dead by
now.
Yeah. Okay, that is for children, but I guess if I put it in past tense, it says, "Do you hide anything from your parents?" Did you?
Yeah, I mean, lots of stuff. You're a teenager.
You're a teenager or something, so yeah, of course. I'm going to skip that one, because, yeah. If you could possess a talent, what would you want to be able to do?
I suppose I'd want to be the greatest blues guitarist in the world.
Man's got a dream.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'd actually love to be able to play guitar. I tried. I bought a guitar twice. So I agree with you. I would do that too.
Yeah, I mean, you want the stuff, but you don't want the hard work. Do you know what I mean?
It's the learning part.
Yeah.
And
You feel like you could really rock out hard,
when
but
it's
it's just...
no, but like when it's music, I mean, you're making really awful sounds for hours a day.
Yeah, you are, yeah.
It's very discouraging when you're an adult.
Yeah, it is.
So start them young, people.
Yeah, if you want your kids to be the greatest blues musicians.
Or go to a crossroads.
Yeah, that's that. I was hoping to parlay it into a gag like that, but it did not happen.
I know a crossroads.
It didn't go that way.
Ugly and smart or beautiful and stupid? Ugly and smart.
Yeah, ugly and smart, I'd say. Yeah.
Beauty fades anyway. Oh, Jesus. What is the worst thing you've ever seen in real life?
The worst thing.
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't know.
That's pretty depressing.
Yeah, I can't think of anything, to be honest.
Well, if I think about the way that I felt about things that I've seen, I think the worst one was the co-PP, or not. Well, that was pretty bad.
The what?
Remember when we went to Koh Phi Phi in Thailand, and you could see the structures of the old hotels that used to be there, but aren't there because of the tsunami?
Yeah.
For me, it was just like the echo of a horrible nightmare memory, because I saw the video of it happening. There's a video on YouTube. It's like a documentary almost. It's like all these different people's personal cameras and cell phones recording the event, and it is utterly devastating. Like, do not watch that before going to bed. So when we got there, I was just like heartbroken, because all I could think about was all the people that died. And obviously, like, there was tar all over the place in the ditches and stuff, and like they clearly hadn't recovered at all. Even after 8 years, it was, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
But then the other one was the Phnom Penh's museum, not museum.
The torture camp 13
torture
or
camp,
whatever it
yeah.
was. Yeah. It's pretty freaky, right?
That was bad. But I wouldn't say it's the worst thing I've seen, because it's just, those are like nightmares of a past event. Like, it's not something I've witnessed. It's not like I was in a war zone or something.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything that horrific either of this.
Okay. Use only 3 words to describe how you want your future to go.
Enough with this crap.
Crap. No. 3 words to describe how you want your future to go. I think you don't like to think about your future. I think I'd say slow, joyful, banquet.
Slow, joyful banquet. That's pretty good.
Oh, thanks. I wasn't trying to be poetic. Just want to eat.
Oh, it was quite
It's
poetic.
almost dinner time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to cut my nails after this.
Are they all green under them? I'd say we'll call it a day for today.
Well, as soon as I get through this pile, yeah. Here.
Have you more?
I have loads. But with our powers combined, together...
You can do it.
Are you having trouble?
Oh, am I still supposed to be answering this?
3 words to describe how you want your future to go?
I don't know. I guess like, I don't know, like delightful and fun and, you know, growth.
Growth. Ooh, good word.
There you go, yeah.
Quick! Give me a few things a brick could be useful for.
Holding open a door.
Bashing that guy's head in that's breaking into my house?
Oh yeah, you could use it for that, no problem. Yeah.
Holding a door.
We could fit.
No, that's what the massive gold nuggets for.
Fit Luna with brick launchers.
That'd be a little bit heavy. She's tiny.
Well, she'd just have to aim like.
Oh God, Luna aiming.
We could put her in a tank. Fires bricks. Never.
Right, I think that we've gone off topic a bit.
Never see the postman again if we armed Luna.
I kind of want to get a P.O. box. Because I'm just tired of her having to bark.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
It'd be worth it. If you could make any animal miniature, what would you make and why?
A blue whale.
Oh, that would be cool. A tiny blue whale. They kind of already exist, but yeah.
And what? Really tiny.
I mean, I would. Well, other whales. But like, I would say like giraffes. Like if they could all be the baby size.
The size of a chihuahua.
That would be so cute. Oh my God! Can you imagine? Oh yes.
What about taking an already small one like a chihuahua and making that miniature and putting it in your pocket?
Well, you'd have to make the chihuahua like
Just
massive.
you could just have like.
Can you imagine a chihuahua the size of a giraffe?
Jeez.
That's a lot of drama in a big size animal.
Yeah.
And you? What animal would you make? Oh, blue whales.
Yeah, I said blue whale. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, what is with this quiz and scents? What's your favorite candle scent? It says.
Jesus, what kind of inane questions are these to be asking people?
I don't know. I thought this was like a deep questionnaire. Midsummer's Night by Yankee Candle. What?
Fair enough, like, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite, okay?
Yeah, cool.
You got a problem with that?
Is that the one from the car?
That's the, yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's my favorite too.
Okay. Woo-hoo. If you had to get one plastic surgery, what would you get and why? I already know, so I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
I would have a reduction.
A reduction, is it?
Yes,
Okay.
of my mammaries. They're just too heavy. It's not fun. I can't imagine you enhancing anything.
I can.
You're perfect the way you are.
Thanks, baby. I was thinking I might get like an ear in the middle of my chest, and then and then I could go to all the superhero conventions and be like, yeah, it's cool when you got a cool power. Do you know? Just be that bitter. Yeah, I wish I had stretchy arms, you know, or genetically run fast.
You're so weird.
And keep saying sorry and trusting my chest to people. Sorry?
Oh, man. That sounds like a comic book.
That would actually be a lot of fun.
That'd be hilarious. Do you prefer to hang out with men or women?
I don't really mind, like, to be honest. I used to prefer to hang out with women more, but because a lot of the lads I knew used to just talk about fucking football and I didn't know anything about football. Like.
Yep.
And I didn't want to. I'm convinced that a lot of them just learnt and got into football because that's what everyone was talking about, you know. Like talking about football is some kind of virus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a cultural virus.
It kind of is, though. I mean, if you're not playing the sport, I don't get the obsession with the sport.
The obsession with the sport is that you can
It's
talk about it,
nationalism.
talk about it endlessly, and it doesn't matter
And
what.
yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what flavor of football you're talking about, like Gaelic football, soccer, American football, Australian rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just people love just talking about it endlessly. Over and over and over.
Yeah. I preferred to hang out with men because I worked mostly with men, and all of the men that I worked with or hung out with were all interested in the same things I was. Video games and comic books and TV shows, you know, and it was like, kind of like, there wasn't any pressure to put on some fake bullshit.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of the same. You like when you're around people that are the same gender as you, it's like you have to pretend like you're better than them or something.
Yeah.
Almost subconsciously. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. Anyway, but now I don't care.
Yeah.
It could be men or women. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think it changes when you hit 30.
Yeah. Are they supposed to be like questions for 14-year-olds or something like that?
I don't know. I suppose that it's probably a 14-year-old that made the questions, to be honest. But oh, I missed a few there at the bottom. Can you grab them? Those two down there. And I've got more over here for you. Okay. If you could make a charity, what would the profits go towards, and how would you raise money for it?
I guess I'd make some kind of education charity. I always think those are,
Yeah.
do you know, like, knowledge is power and all those kind of platitudes, but they are true. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know. How'd you raise money? A readathon.
It have to be something exciting,
Yeah.
but educational.
Learning physics on a bungee jump jobby.
Kahoot.
Oh shit, Jesus.
If you don't know what Kahoot is, it's like an online quiz game used in schools. Look it up. Kahoot. All right, I'm giving you a few more, and then I'm gonna shuck some more. All right,
Yeah, I think we're about halfway through it.
we're almost done. Oh, if I can make a charity. I don't know. I think I'd have an animal charity. That's kind of like a no-brainer, I guess.
For you, yeah, definitely.
And I'd raise money through Facebook and YouTube and that kind of thing. Because that's what I like.
I'd raise money the old-fashioned way through bank robberies.
On the street.
I'd have and it would be like
For educational purposes.
for educational purposes, like yeah. But you know, like I'm like that. I'm like the Robin Hood of education.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like I'm like Prometheus, but instead of like stealing knowledge from the gods and stuff, I'm robbing banks and running classes.
Moving on.
So that the kids don't get into a life of crime, Rachel.
Don't watch the news. Okay. No. No. Ooh. If only women were to rule the world, how different would the world be by 2050?
I think it would probably smell a lot nicer, right? Like, really, I can see.
Can I just ask you the questions now and you only answer them because your answers are hilarious. I think women would fuck it up just as much as men would.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's...
We're not better. We're just different. It would probably be different, but in a different way.
Different in a different way?
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be different in the same way.
Ooh.
Or the same, but in a different way.
What's your favorite alcoholic drink, darling?
I'd say red wine, probably. Why?
I wish it was. Like, I like red wine on occasion. As in, okay, hold on, let me rephrase that. I like red wine up until 2 glasses. After 2 glasses...
Oh, yeah, oh no, I know what you mean, yeah. Oh, totally.
It's not like a... It's not a drink that you can just keep going with. You have to stop.
Gotcha, yeah.
So if I had to choose a drink that I could drink longer than just 2 drinks, which is not long enough on a night out,
Yeah.
it would have to be Long Island iced tea.
Out swamping Long Island iced teas.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just 4 or 5.
And then after that, I'd go for the rum and coke, and then I'd be comatose.
Yeah.
Basically. Or singing.
Woke up wearing a Garda jacket.
If that ever happens. I think I'm gonna have to move. Right. Are you more spontaneous or more of a planner? Spontaneous.
Spontaneous, I'd say.
If you could change your full name, what would your name be?
I can just make up a name, is it? Ah, Jesus.
Jasper Newton!
Oh, Jasper Newton's been taken. He's a fine horse.
It hasn't. Oh, well, I suppose if you think of it that way.
A fine horse, and then later...
I think you would make an excellent Jasper Newton.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I could be Jasper Newton the 4th. I believe the other
Are we up to 4 yet?
I believe the other Jasper was Jasper Newton the 3rd.
Here, you can take the brown one. I don't want earwigs coming out at me. Alright, we're down to our last stalks. Vines, whatever they're called.
Pods.
No, that's what that thing is.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. What are they? They're vines, aren't
They're vines, yeah. What is one song that describes your life?
I'd say, I'd say Lady Gaga's Poker Face.
Bullshit. No one is gonna understand. That took a lot of self-control. How did you do that?
It was pretty good though. I didn't know if I could land it. But it was pretty good.
Oh, now you're prepared if anyone ever asks you that question.
That's it. Stock.
How does one follow that? I was gonna be funny and say Mariah Carey's Vision of Love, but it's not a great song. So I don't know.
But it really speaks about you and your...
Sure. Or Purple Rain. Just go with Purple Rain because my favorite color is purple, and Prince is a god. Rest in peace.
And you get a lot of rain.
And we get a lot of rain. That's my life.
Oh, I heard on it's actually pretty interesting. Like I heard on No Such Thing as a Fish that they'd
It's a podcast. Check it out. It's funny.
yeah, it's really funny. Like, and these
Hashtag not sponsored.
But if they want to send us free shit, that's cool.
They don't even have shit.
But like the the Tuareg, you know, in Morocco, they're like a native Moroccan like
Tribe or something?
I think they're like more like an ethnic group or whatever, but they live up in the mountains and stuff. But they're called the Tuareg. Do you know like the Volkswagen Touareg? Which is a type of, I think it's a Volkswagen anyway. But anyway, they remade the Prince movie like.
Yeah.
But in their native language, like their native language doesn't have a word for purple. And their word for purple is blue but with a bit of red. So the movie is called in their language Blue but with a bit of red rain.
Wow.
It's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Why do you know these things?
Because of that thing. But it's not that unusual. Like in Irish, like pink is bán darug, and the word for white is bán, and the word for red is darug. So it's bán darug, white red.
White red. Very good. I think we could end it there. Did you have fun?
That was alright.
Well, would you like to join me next time?
Alright, I might do, yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. Wow, that's a lot of peas. Holy cow.
Well,
I'm gonna put a picture of all the peas.
That is a lot of peas.
All the peas that we shucked during this tag. Hi, Luna. You want to be in the picture too? Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you again some other time. Hopefully soon. Say goodbye, James.
Bye, James. It's terrible, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mean to be so mean to people on the internet.
You're being very mean.
I don't mean to be so mean to people on the internet. Like, I don't like the idea of my personal thoughts coming
Thoughts are connected, as we are.
Yeah, I definitely could have put out a bit more of a show. Do you want to do that last bit again?
Very fun. Right, guys. See you later. Bye.